I've got your new book here. This is The Greatest Sex Tips in the World. It is a little bit explicit.
It's much franker than I intended it to be when I first started writing it, but that just seemed to be the way to go, to be as honest as possible, really.
How come you're now an author?
Okay, it happened because I'm also a presenter. So I was presenting a gardening programme with a gentleman called, it does get there,
right,
with a gentleman called Steve Brooks, who originated the Greatest in the World series.
I see.
And he'd started it with a book about his speciality, gardening, the greatest gardening tips in the world. That had been a big success, so he'd sort of diversified into different authors, different titles. The greatest cookery, DIY, podcasting, personal success. So at the end of the day's filming, I said, so who's written the greatest sex tips in the world? And after, I think, my third gin and tonic, he said, are you offering? Because I'd love you to do it. And I thought it was a joke at first, Kate. And I woke up the next day and thought, I probably won't hear anything again. And he called. And I said, well, I have written. I've done. I had a column in the Express, and I've done a sort of beauty, lifestyle, travel articles. So let me send you some sample tips, and then commission me, because I wanted him to know what he was getting. And luckily, he did commission me, and there it is.
If some of our viewers have been, I don't know, with their partners a few years, and, the spark's gone out of their love life and everything, what would be your top tip, really, for sort of getting it all going again?
Okay, I think something that I know that I've got personal experience of is flirting again, because it's very easy to forget how to do that. And one of the seminars I attended, it said, let's send quite a sort of naughty, quite a dirty text to your loved one. And at first I thought, oh dear, I felt a bit pedestrian, to tell you the truth, a bit mild. So I sent basically the filthiest text I could to my partner.
Of course, you've got to make sure you get the right number.
That's mandatory.
It's
always a bit of a worry. Double check your number. And the response I got back from him was wonderful. And it was really good. We exchanged these texts. We've been together 11 years, and the kind of texts that we might have done at first. And that was a wonderful build-up, lots of anticipation. So that's good. And I would also say, don't forget about sort of getting variety. If your normal style is quite soft and submissive, try being a bit dominant. Try just injecting a few changes. Abandon practicality in favour of passion. Jump in the shower with your clothes on. A few crazy things. Take a few risks, and I think it might pay dividends. Well, and don't forget to allow time. We forget to allow enough time, that we do at first, and that's something that's really important.